Hello everybody, this is Manu S and welcome to the very first MTG Arena news. So they just dropped tons of info regarding the update with all the economy changes and bringing us Dominaria tomorrow. So I figured it's time to go over all of it for you and let you know what's new and what I think about it. So let's dive right in. Alright, so this is the forum post. I'll link it in the description down below for anyone that wants to take a look themselves. Okay, so first of all, there will be a server downtime at 8 a.m. Pacific time, so that should be like 4 or 5 Central Europe time, like German time, tomorrow. So basically tomorrow afternoon for people watching from Germany and similar time zones. And the downtime is supposed to last 4 to 8 hours. Kind of expected for such a big patch, so no surprise there. So for some Europeans it might be a bit rough depending on how long the downtime actually takes to fully enjoy this before they might have to go to bed or work on Friday or something. But regardless, it's gonna be worth it. There's a lot of good stuff. So first of all, we get Dominaria, the new set with all the cards and all the new mechanics. We also get a new Dominaria battlefield, Dominaria music, and new visuals throughout the game. Just similar to as we have it now with Ixalan, there is always going to be like a full flavor theme going on in the client with the latest set. So that's kind of a cool thing, because I thought that was pretty nice and kind of well done. So curious what the Dominaria board's going to look like. And it's also kind of nice because it sort of makes it as if we are basically currently in that world, because it's, we are all planeswalkers and walking the planes from plane to plane and battling on battlefields of the current set, of the current world, with like all the music and flavor going on from the current world, makes it kind of like in MTG Arena we are in that world until we like move on to the next world with the next set and so on. So that's kind of nice. And the next big thing is the beginning of events. All my Eternal viewers probably know what that means, because the events actually are basically the same as in Eternal. So that's kind of like a typical event style that is implemented in, I assume, a bunch of games. So first of all, here's the event calendar for the upcoming 1.5 months roughly. First of all, we have Quick Constructed right from the get-go. I'll show you in a moment how the events exactly work. This is just your regular constructed event, and it lasts for 2 weeks. Next off, we have the first draft event. It's Hour of Devastation, Devastation Amonkhet draft. That's gonna be from 4th May to 7th May. I assume that's like a weekend deal. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's basically gonna be a weekend thing. So the draft events are like short events over the weekend, while the constructed events are like for 2 weeks. Then we have a Dominaria quick draft the weekend after. It seems like there will be no constructed events in between, but not sure. Then the weekend after we have Ixalan quick draft with Rivals, and Ixalan. Then we have another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet quick draft the weekend after. So each weekend will be a different draft format basically. Hour of the Amonkhet block, Dominaria block, Ixalan block, Amonkhet block, and then at the end of the current schedule, Dominaria quick draft, and we'll see how the schedule continues afterwards. So let's take a look at the events. So first event is Quick Constructed. costs 500 gold or 95 gems, because they will activate the store to test it and implement gems, and so on. There's other ways to get gems. I'll talk about that in a moment. So this is best of one, just like ladder right now. The event run is 7 wins or 3 losses, similar to what we know from Eternal. Then event prices range from 100 to 1000 gold based on wins, basically progressing from 1 to 600 and then making a jump for the 6th and 7th win by 200 gold. So basically, as long as you have more than 50% win rate, you will at least break even and get a bunch of random cards. So you only get cards, no wild cards or packs or constructed, but the cool thing here is you get in-game currency, which is actually a lot more valuable than cards or packs, if you ask me, because they allow you to play more events or even play drafts. While in Eternal, we almost only get packs and cards and very little gold. So usually invest a lot of gold and barely get anything out. Like you get good value, obviously, but you only in the end get cards and crafting material. So it's basically meant to sort of drain your in-game currency. While this basically is meant to build your in-game currency, which is pretty cool. It's kind of similar to Magic Online. Except on Magic Online, you win real money, but you also have to invest real money. And here you just can increase your virtual in-game currency that is free and make sure you have enough gold for all the drafts, for example. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, from like 4 wins on, you get 2 random uncommons or better and 1 rare or better, because all these rarity cards, just like we know from the daily prices, can update to the higher rarity. So that's like minimum 2 uncommons and 1 rare. If you're like the luckiest, maybe you could get like, I don't know, 3 mythics. Not sure if that actually is possible or if they can just only upgrade to the next higher tier. So then the best you could get at 4 wins would be 2 rares and a mythic. Or at 6 and 7 wins, 1 rare and 2 mythics. But regardless, it's pretty solid. So you mostly play these to generate gold for drafts. Because since it's cards and not wild cards, the impact of the card reward will be very high variance, because you basically have to get a constructed relevant card and one that helps you towards a deck you're looking to build, because some decks might be not your thing or might be too expensive that you want to go for them, and then if you open a card that is only useful for those decks, not going to help you. But yeah, still pretty cool that you can make 100% profit on 7 wins, and on 6 wins still make more than 50% profit, so that's pretty cool. Then we have the quick draft. It's also best of one. And once again, we have 7 wins, 3 losses. Keep in mind, the boosters here are regular boosters, so 14 cards. They're basically carbon copies of paper packs without the basic land. You have infinite access to those. And the interesting thing here is we get gems as prices and packs. But the most important thing is they cost 5,000 gold, so it's not that cheap. But it's okay, like you basically pay for like 3 packs and you get to keep all the cards. But to be fair, I think 5,000 gold for 3 packs, given that the packs are 1,000, is kind of a lot, because you effectively pay like 2,000 extras on top of the cards, so you sort of pay like 2,000, but it's kind of compensated by the fact that first of all, the packs are 14 card packs, not 8 card packs. So the 8 card packs are 1,000 gold. So you get like almost like double the amount of commons and uncommons for the same price. So that's a nice bonus, even though you still only get the same amount of rares. And you get 1 to 3 8 card Dominaria boosters as price. Not sure why it says 1 to 3, like it doesn't explain here. if it's just like a random number of 1 to 3, it's really weird. I don't like what this implies. Like, if your price ranges from a like 3-way coin flip between 1 and 3, that's really weird. I don't like that at all. Pretty stupid. I'm not sure if that is exactly what it means, but what it looks like. But we also get gems. So if you look here, the value for gems to gold is like 1000 gold is the same as 150 gems. The prices range from 50 gems to 950 gems. So that's actually quite a lot. So you can, as long as you go 6 or 7 wins, you actually make profit on these in terms of gems, because you can still use the gems to buy into constructed and more drafts. And even at 5 wins, you're close to breaking even just in pure return on value. Plus you get the 3 packs that you drafted, like the cards from those, and the 1 to 3 Dominaria packs. So these start to become pretty profitable fairly quickly, so that's pretty nice. And next off, we have economy updates. So this is pretty big. First of all, there will be 3 Dominaria boosters on the first login. This is a one-time reward, so this will happen to all the new players, and the new players will be getting the Dominaria packs and all the packs that we got when we started. So it's like they get 3 of each set basically. Then we also get a free mythic wildcard, basically to make up for the removed mythic wildcard from the vault in the meantime. So we get 1 free mythic wildcard with a patch as a compensation basically. Then they changed the daily win gold. Pretty sweet. Now it's 250 on the first one and 100 on the second, third, and fourth, rather than 50. So that gives you a total of 550 gold, up from 350 gold before. But they removed the individual card rewards, so winning a game won't give you a random card anymore. But that's fine, because they were super high variance. You basically had to get lucky and get something that is relevant to you, otherwise you just got nothing basically. Because you couldn't turn them into anything. And it's not too likely that they progress your vault either. Next, they finally upgraded the quests and the average gold of quests, which is a big deal because the quest gold was ludicrously low. Like, relative to the pack price, they were almost 50% of what Hearthstone quests are. So now we get 500 and 750 gold quests, so we get half a pack or even 3/4 of a pack per quest. So that's pretty cool. Together with the daily gold, that means you get 1050 to 1300 gold per day, just from doing the quest and winning 4 games. So that's pretty cool. They also removed the quest that requires you to win with a specific 2-color deck. That's also a pretty big improvement, because these quests were both the most profitable and the most annoying, especially this early in the game when you only have very limited access to competitive decks in all the color combinations, so glad to see them gone. The weekly wins stay the same basically. There will still be a weekly pack at 5, 10, and 15 wins each week. So that stays the same. And yeah, individual card rewards are gone from daily wins, like I said, and the vault, which is also really, really good, because having actual cards, non-wild cards in the vault was so bad. I have no idea what they did that before the NDA dropped. There were just wild cards in the vault, and then suddenly we had these random cards in the vault. It was horrible. and now the vault is more similar to what it used to be. We get 1 mythic rare wildcard, 2 rare wildcards, and 3 uncommon wildcards. It's not variants anymore. I think before it used to be like 8 random wildcards with 1 guaranteed mythic, and now it's just a guaranteed mythic, 2 guaranteed rares, and 3 guaranteed uncommons. That's fine. They rebalanced the vault progress a bit. We don't know how exactly. They will probably break that down in the patch notes specifically. Didn't say anything here, but they said in like roughly at least every 3 weeks with consistent play of roughly 60 to 90 minutes, basically just clearing your daily stuff. And for the average player, it should happen once per month at least. So yeah, so we get like at least 1 vault per month usually, and possibly more with the events and stuff going on, so that's nice. And yeah, it will also be the end of the weekly rewards. They were merely meant to compensate for the bad economy, so we will lose the 3 boosters at the end of each week. So Friday rewards this Friday won't happen. From the way it seems, the patch basically happens and then no more Friday rewards, so this Friday we already won't get the 3 packs anymore. Bit unfortunate, but with all the economy updates, it seems fine. Next, we will have the gems economy, so you can buy premium currency in the store. Pretty impressive actually that they give us premium currency outside of buying it. That's like very unusual. In most games you can basically not get premium currency without spending real money, and here you can get it from drafts, so that's pretty cool. And to give you an idea, the 750 gems that a draft costs are $5. So draft event costs $5, and the base price of a pack in dollars, 150 gems are $1. So 3 packs are $4. So 1 pack is like $1.33 or something. So it's a bit more than $1. But yeah, $1 gets you 150 gems, and $5 is the real value of a draft. So that's not unreasonable. Similar to, say, I would say Eternal, roughly, or slightly more expensive, I guess. And yeah, there are these sort of booster boxes where you can buy multiple packs with gems, and from the 6-pack one on, you get additional benefits, like you get an uncommon and a common wildcard, then you get a rare, 3 uncommon and 13 common wildcards. So from like 3,000 gems on, you get a lot of wildcards, and from the 9,000 gems one with the 45 packs, you also get 1 copy of Fire Song and Sunspear. And they also mentioned that Fire Song and Sunspear can be crafted with a rare wildcard and will not be appearing in packs of any type. So the only way to get them is to wildcard them, because you cannot open them in packs, or you can just basically go ahead and buy these 2 big bundles and get 1 or 2 copies in those. So it's kind of funny that they mentioned here that it includes 2 copies of Fire Song and Sunspear, and then here, does it mean you get 4 total, or was it just repetitive? Because here it only mentions you get 1 copy of Fire Song and Sunspear, but it doesn't mention it here as well. So that might mean that you get 2 and 2s of a playset, but I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, so then they just talk about putting the economy together. The whole idea is base economy, events, and paid economy, and I think the event economy will help a lot. Being able to grind constructed to rack up gold, get a bunch of random cards, and then draft the crap out of it, and getting all these extra packs and gems and all the cards you draft, and you can even like draft cards you want sometimes over like filler cards and stuff. is pretty nice, and should make it much more manageable to build decks. I'm really excited, and also gives you a lot more incentive to play past your daily quests. Like currently, I basically just do my dailies and then I'm done. But with these changes, I can see myself grinding a lot more MTG Arena and also streaming it for you guys. So if you're looking forward to MTG Arena streams, there will probably be some more MTG Arena streams coming up in the future after this patch, or with this patch tomorrow afternoon, or evening actually. Alright, and then we'll get some additional polishing. They added animated deck boxes for all decks in your deck manager, kinda random, but whatever, didn't need that. They updated the deck selection so you can select your deck without a scene transition from the homepage. So that also sounds decent, because the whole scene transition thing was like kind of awkwardly clunky when you changed your deck before playing ranked. They updated the look of the deck list and deck builder in the deck builder to allow for easier parsing of the deck contents. I hope it's going to be a good change, because right now it's kind of crappy. And I don't know why they made it worse, because it was better before. Before you at least had, like in the sidebar view of the deck, it was very similar to say Eternal or Hearthstone, where you had like the core piece of the card art as an underlay of the card bar with the name. So made it much more visually appealing and easier to parse. And then they just removed it and turned it into like a gray wall of text. And the old school traditional deck building view is a lot worse than in Magic Online. That wasn't that much of a help either. Plus, if you click a card in there, you can't click a card to add a card. In functionality, it's just a lot worse than the sidebar. I hope they improve that too. And yeah, there's also more polishing in the patch notes apparently. And yeah, the usual play and give us feedback of all the new updates. But yeah, this is a ton of changes and a lot of good ones and a lot of interesting, exciting ones that make me want to play more MTG Arena, and probably also will make it a lot more interesting to watch people play MTG Arena, because now there's all these events where there's actual like relevant stakes to play for. So that's pretty cool. Can definitely catch me live tomorrow evening playing some constructed queues with mono red and black white vampires. That's the two decks that I have at the moment. And then we'll see what we do with Dominaria. And I'll obviously also do a color by color set review for Dominaria for you guys to give you my feedback. Even though I'm kind of a bit late, given that the set is out for a week already and the spoiler is complete for even longer, but I figured a lot of people are not following Magic that much outside of MTG Arena that are watching this, so I'll do like an MTG Arena based specific one for all the people that haven't gotten their input from anywhere else and or are just looking for my input on those. Let me know in the comments how you feel about card by card, color by color set review for Dominaria or MTG Arena. And yeah, that's it for this massive info dump. Pretty cool. I'm really excited. Looking forward to tomorrow. It's gonna be a big deal. I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow on the stream. That's it for this MTG Arena news. I'm Manuez. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. See you next time. Bye.